Have you ever had those days where you look back and you're like, where did the day go? It started out early, as it almost always does for me. I woke up at a little bit before 5 this morning because I just couldn't sleep. Sometimes I can make it till 6, but usually it's somewhere around 5 or 5:30. And I needed to get some stuff done for the businesses. When you have multiples, there's always something going on. And today was prepping some payroll stuff that needed to be submitted this morning. So I got that submitted and taken care of, but at that point, I needed to capture some drone footage for the project, the film project, video project we're working on. And golden hour is the best time for any kind of video work, especially outdoors. So I was trying to get to the location to get some drone footage. I made it a little bit later than I wanted. It was more like probably a little after 7 when I got there. Then by the time you get the drone sort of, GPS synchronized and all that stuff, it takes a little bit. But it reminded me of how much I really enjoy the drone stuff, even though I really kind of believe it's a dying technology from the perspective that it's going to be so heavily regulated. Already I have to have an FAA license to really do commercial work, which I do have. But over time that's changing, and the regulations are getting tighter all the time about where, when, and in what instances you can fly it. I did get what I think is some decent drone footage today. So it made me think about the Mavic Air, which is what I have for a drone, and many times I've thought of maybe I should upgrade to the Mavic Pro 2, Mavic 2 Pro, whatever it's called. The reality is I have no need for that, honestly. The Mavic Air will do 4K 30 frames per second, which is just absolutely plenty for my drone footage. The picture quality is actually pretty good. Some people feel like it could be better, but I actually think it's pretty good. The size, it's unbelievably small when it's folded up. That's it. It doesn't quite have the signal range, perhaps, that the Mavic 2 Pro has, or even the Mavic Pro for that matter. But honestly, for everything I do, I don't need that kind of range usually. Without fail, I can get a mile worth of range out of this thing, and maybe that'd be different if I was in a bigger city, but for where I'm at and the type of video and drone work I do, a mile is plenty of distance. Most of the stuff I'm doing is just some establishing shots or outdoor shots of a building, and that's what you saw today, and this drone does plenty of range for that kind of work. So I've sort of thought back to the conversation yesterday about, are you a maximalist with technology? Are you getting by with technology that you have because it really is good enough for what you're doing? And this was one of those reminders today that this drone is perfectly fine for what I'm doing. It does a great job. It's reliable, it's dependable. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, but I replaced the blades, the props that are on this drone, with the master air screw props, and that really does improve its efficiency and its noise level. So I get a little bit better battery life out of it, and also it's just a little bit, it's maybe 3 or 4 decibels quieter. I don't think it's as quiet as some of the other drones still, but that really did help as well. And you can do that for affordably, $25 or something like that. Anyway, I was just reminded today that I have a ton of great gear that I really just need to make use of. And I've had to buy a lot of stuff to do these projects, but I really didn't need that this morning to do this project. So maybe think about that. You don't need, a high-powered camera to make some videos. You just need a camera. And we have so much technology at our hand, at our fingertips and in our hands these days. We just don't really make as good a use of it as we could. So I'm really going to try to work on that. Anyway, today has just been nuts. I don't feel like I really had a lot to share. Other than just thinking about that drone stuff today. The day was filled with busy work, paperwork, and things like that just comes down to part of what you have to do when you're a business owner. Sometimes, a friend of mine calls them frogs. I don't know why. But sometimes you just got to complete those frogs. They're just tasks that just have to be done because they have to be done because you're the guy that does them. And I'm the guy that does some of that stuff. So today was about completing some of those frogs and getting them done. So anyway, this is VEDA day 19. And I appreciate you following along and maybe watching some of this. I don't know. Anyway, have a great day. I had a good day. I'm tired though. It's been a long day, so I'm gonna go home and make this video and call it good. Probably do some work tonight too. Who knows? But thanks for coming along for the ride, because tomorrow is another day.